A new study out of Israel found that video games are actually good for children. Yeah, everyone says they cause violence and they make you dumb and antisocial. No, not the case.
And that they learn stuff. A lot of stuff. English, math, history, language, space, minerals, chemicals, sciences, technology, different countries and cultures, how to fish, how to save money, how to build, how to drive, how to fly and land a plane, how to invest in the stock exchange, how to make ice cream, how to shoot, how to program, how to search, strategize, how to solve problems, how to be consistent, to calculate, to concentrate, how to win and lose with respect, not get in touch with people I do not know, how to play soccer, basketball, and how to improve my body.
All right, that guy was talking pretty fast, so let's give you a little visual, simple one sheet on why video games are actually pretty good. A good storyline produces a context where kids feel happy working hard. Failing up, when a gamer fails, they become more creative and resourceful to get to the next level. Games empower children, and collaboration. Players share a common space and understanding. I'm a big gamer myself, so I love this story.
You forgot number 5.
What's number 5?
Kids learn a new way to call each other names online. Punk ass motherfucker bitch.
That is my favorite lie that happened in that video was, what about, they teach kids good sportsmanship.
Yeah, not
Trolls are created on Call of Duty. What is this good sportsmanship I'm hearing so much about?
Right, okay, so there of course there's plenty of that, and especially with the online stuff, and you can be screaming at people and all kinds of racial stuff and homophobic and all that good stuff. But on its face value, doesn't this seem pretty good? Because I feel like video games get beaten up so much in our culture. We have this huge amount of people that play them. Halo comes out, it makes 400 million in a day, and then everyone blames it for every shooting. But it's showing how problem solving and eye-hand coordination and all that stuff is actually related to video games.
Well, and we know that it actually works because you know, the military recruits people who have skills in video gaming because everything's remote controlled. Yeah. So it's not, I mean, it's not a complete waste of time. And
even from another aspect, surgeons, they're starting to dive into remote surgery. A guy from the East Coast can do a surgery in California remotely, and you need even steadier hands than surgeons of old with your scalpels. It's like there's of course everyone's playing video games. These latest ones, you have the slight movement of the
Tell us about it.
I haven't played since 1956.
Like, you know, I remember the Atari controller. You just jam it forward and go as far as possible with your one big red button. But now there's slight movements do huge things, and there's that steady hand and that steady coordination and concentration it takes to do things that are of utmost importance when you're playing online, or else you get called horrible names.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all about not being called horrible names. But isn't this one of these things where it's like anything else? Like, if you use it too much, yes, you could become antisocial. You could sort of disconnect from the real world. And there are, in South Korea, I think they have a ton of rehabs for people that are addicted to games. So it's not all good. But is it one of these things where it's about personal choice, and if you use it sort of appropriately? I played video games 5 hours a day when I was a kid. I'm okay, basically.
But were you playing 2D games? Because that's adorable.
I was playing 2D.
Me too.
I was playing Super Mario Brothers.
Of course you were. And that's the thing, like, you put me in front of a 3D, you know, first person, whatever, and I'll spend 45 minutes trying to figure out how to turn away from a wall. I don't understand. My hat's off to people who understand it. I'm really bad at it. But I think that, you know, like, it just gives people, like so many things online do, give you permission to be such an abusive, faceless entity that it's just no good.
But we're also on YouTube, and you have access to that on YouTube too, to be the
talk about not reading the comments. This guy only hears about stuff from the collarbone down, so I understand. But I think that when you let kids, especially, have access to each other without, you know, with being able to be anonymous and being like a shitty teenager, because we were all shitty when we were teenagers. I don't know. I just don't know how that really helps society.
It's just a limit on anything, really. It's a matter of, I mean, they tell me all the things you learn. And you learn a lot of things in school, but you only go there for a certain number of hours a day. You have to leave. You need a change of pace. So do your video games, learn all these different things that you're not even sure you're learning, and then get your ass out of the house. Just move a little bit.
I like what you said about the 2D thing, because I'm thinking, like, if I grew up playing, let's say, Nintendo and Sega Genesis, so everything was 2D and you ran, you know, right to left, basically, or left to right. And but now, you know, because everything's 3D and you're running into the screen and all that, I played Star Wars Battle Battlefront a couple years on PlayStation with my friend who I grew up playing video games with, and his 10-year-old son was killing us. I mean, we literally couldn't get out of a room. We were laughing hysterically because we used to be kings, and now we were getting abused.
And there's something cool about that.
No, and there is something cool about it. We ended up going to the store right after, and we got one of those compilation of old games, you know, because we couldn't take it anymore. But,
gotta get the simulator
my point is that maybe his 10-year-old son's brain actually is able to more sophisticated and evolve quicker because his baseline, he's starting in a 3D world, and who knows what that will lead to.
Right. I mean, we know, we don't know, but here the percentages of our brain we actually use, which is minuscule. And so we're going to go to the other reference. My 2-year-old son, he's got an iPad, and the kid at 1 was like, I'm gonna choose that, and expanding things. Yeah. The stuff that didn't exist when we were that young.
If you really want to have fun, put a magazine in front of that child and watch them try to swipe across and see why the pages aren't turning. It's hilarious.
You are a sadistic woman.
It's super funny. They don't get it. They're like cats. And that's the thing, because they're used to iPads. So why, when I swipe the front of this Cosmo, why isn't anything happening? Because that's the thing. They're coming in at such a more sophisticated level than we are. That is really interesting, and that is really cool. And I hate being the cliche, like, in moderation, but like, if you don't, then you just have, you know, some kid who doesn't know how to socialize.